Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. Actually, we're going to do something new and different today. We're going to travel through the zodiac with the moon, the planet of the moon. Actually, and I did some digging. There are only 6 tarot cards associated with the moon in 6 different signs. 2 of them are air. One is in earth, one's in fire, and the other in water. So, and we're going to start. I'm not sure. Actually, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video specifically for each moon sign and tarot card. This is just going to be an overview of that. Um, so we start with fire signs, and there is a tarot card for a fire sign in Sagittarius, and that is the Nine of Wands. Well, he's very philosophical. He's been through it. He's been in the battle. He's in the battle, and yeah, the Nine of Wands. Moon in Sagittarius represents the moon in Sagittarius. The moon in Taurus. Well, this makes a lot of sense. Having the moon in Taurus, represented by the Six of Pentacles, you're very charitable. Um, you're emotionally through material means or financial means. This man is very charitable. He's balanced, and he also balances out things as well, as Taurus uh, usually does. Actually, you could also think of this as the scales of justice that Taurus has, weighing both sides of a emotional of their emotions, weighing their emotions out in a very strategic Taurus um, manner, or their Taurus traits of being very stable and sturdy and loyal. So that's very Taurus, moon in Taurus energy. And then we have the moon in Libra, which is represented by the Two of Swords, which is kind of interesting that you would think that since this has the scales and the moon in Libra, well, the moon in Libra is like the justice. She's um the justice card, So kind of interesting that we have Libra, the scales, represented by the Two of Swords, where they're fair-minded, peace-seeking. They are actually, and yet they really don't see like justice is like if you look at the justice like the let's see um weighing things out, seeing negotiating without actually having any bias to what they are seeing. Just feeling through emotion, their thoughts, and emotions are thoughts too. Air people with moon and air signs anyway, but we have Venus and Libra here. They balance out. They have peace, seek peace through the mind and intellectual ability and being overly analytical. So yeah, actually, this is like the sword, the scales of justice here in Two of Swords. The next air sign is Moon in Aquarius. Is the Seven of Swords. So Aquarius, yeah, this is very like um aloof, very um spontaneous. This guy is trying to get, it looks like he's trying to get away with something, the Moon in Aquarius, but hey, Moon in Aquarius is very detached anyway. They love freedom. um they emotionally, their emotions are very visionary, inventive, open-minded, quirky. Well, yeah, this guy looks like he's in a bit of mischief. But hey, he's a humanitarian. He feels very humanitarian. He likes humanity, but individuals not so much. They're very imaginative, non-judgmental, but actually, he's not judging anybody. He's just feeling very detached here. And then the last one, we have the Moon in Cancer, the Four of Cups. So, if you have the Moon in Cancer, the Four of Cups is the Moon in Cancer. So yes, you're very protective of what you do see. And caring, compassionate, emotionally sensitive. Although you do hold feelings in or inside, actually you don't. You're um, Moon in Cancer, highly sensitive, highly intuitive, hypersensitive, and very protective. This guy is like seems to be protecting himself and not allowing something new to, yeah, disrupt. Seems like he's like, I would rather hide and my own emotions and um feelings. um but there's always something new that can. Looks a little bit moody in this card as well. So, Four of Cups, the Moon in Cancer. five cards of the zodiac in the tarot that represent five different moon signs. It's interesting to me that only five tarot cards in are represented by five different moon signs, and there are 12 moon signs. There's and not every card in the tarot represents the moon. Um, so let me know in the comments what you thought about this. If you want me to go deeper into every moon sign and what they represent astrologically, which I couldn't do. And let me know what you thought about these cards that represented these five moon signs. The five tarot cards. Six. I'm sorry. Six. there is. I'm sorry. Five tarot cards. Five. Out of all the tarot cards, only five of them represent the moon in one zodiac sign. For a moon in fire, one, oh, Jupiter, moon in Sagittarius, the Nine of Wands, the moon in Cancer, the Four of Cups, the moon in Libra, and the moon in Aquarius. Two of the suit in the suit of swords represent the moon in Libra, the moon in Aquarius. And then we have the moon in Taurus, the only earth sign, which is kind of interesting. The Four of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, sorry. I can also do this for the sun. And so, yeah, actually, thanks for listening. And let me know what you think. And post a comment. And I think that tarot and astrology are very much linked together. So, actually, let me pull the Light Seers deck also. I didn't do that for each of those because I was like, the Universal Rider-Waite deck is what they normally used for these. So we had the Four of Cups, the okay, so here's the Six of Pentacles for the moon in Taurus. Monetary gain. This is a materialistic, very Pentacles are an earth sign, so the moon in Taurus. Yes. Then we have which looks like this card in the Light Seers deck. We have the two. Let's see. Good grief. All right. Sorry about that. I should have been more I should have pulled those cards ahead of time, but let's go through this deck and find them right now. uh, all right. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just going through the deck of my Lightseers deck. We're looking for um, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups, okay, so here's the Nine of Wands, Moon in Sagittarius. So much different than the Universal Rider-Waite deck. And lighting the way for others. So that's the Moon in Sagittarius, Moon in Taurus. Now we're looking for the Four of Cups. All right, Four of Cups. Sorry, at all. Here we are, the Four of Cups. Looks very similar to the Universal Rider-Waite deck. But here's Moon in Cancer. And then we need the swords. Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. The Two and the Seven of Swords. Ah, found the Seven of Swords. So here's Moon in Aquarius. Seven of Swords. And then the Two of Swords is next. Doo, doo, doo. Where is the Two of Swords? I so many cards in a deck. Yep. Two of Swords were. There we are. And here's the Two of Swords, where she is also blindfolded, like in the justice, um, in the court, in the law. They don't see, they hear, though they go by what they understand and what they're communicating. So there's a 5 cards for the Lightseers deck. Sorry that took so long. But thanks for watching and listening. If you like this and would like to me go deeper into this, and you see the so here's the 9 of Wands for both Lightseers deck, Universal Rider-Waite deck. There's a bit of difference there. We have the 6 of Pentacles for each card. Yep, let me put that there. 6 of Pentacles, Lightseers deck, Universal Rider-Waite deck. The Two of Swords. They're both blindfolded, as I said. Yep. And here you go. Lightseers deck, Universal Rider-Waite deck. And then we have the 7 of Swords. 2 versions of the 7 of Swords. Moon in Aquarius energy, as I said. Yep. And then Moon in Cancer energy. Emotion. They seem very upset, very like guarded too. So yeah. Jupiter, Moon in Cancer, Moon in Sagittarius, Moon in Taurus. And those are the only zodiac signs for the moon that are that represent the moon, the tarot cards I just showed. Interesting. Okay. Well, if you'd like me to go through all the moon signs for you and their meanings, let me know in the comments. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian, and I'm here for you. Actually, um, I let me know what you want to know about. What do you want me to hear about? I can go into personal stories with my own moon in Sagittarius. I have the moon in Sagittarius. Sometimes I do feel like I've been in battle, and I have the moon. I have Sagittarius rising, which is the 10 of Swords, which is kind of like, well, you've been through it and you're getting through it, and you know some things that Saturn is, uh, and I have Saturn I have Sagittarius rising at on the Sagittarius uh, section, and I can show you that as well sometime, as well. If you want to see that, I can share that with you as well. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, being so uh, generous with your time to watch me talk to you about things of astrology and the tarot. So, yeah. Thanks. Bye bye.